Hi, everyone. Number one Marmaduke fan here with what I think will be the last of the unlisted vids. A while ago, I did a poll asking if I should list the unlisted vids, and about 95% of you said I should. So I think I'm going to be a disgusting liar and list the vids, even though I said I would never, ever list the unlisted vids. But I found a loophole, and that loophole is going to be I'm going to compile all these unlisted vids into a compilation. So see, guys, technically, I'll never list the unlisted vids. So if you're watching this, you're either part of Club Unlisted or you're watching the compilation that I've published. So I am so excited. Focus on the Family Clubhouse has come, the magazine I get for free along with my Adventures in Odyssey subscription, which is a genuinely good Christian radio program, but the the comic that feature they do for this is absolutely cringy, and the reason I've unlisted these vids is it's so embarrassing. I feel bad reading it, and I feel bad about my performances. I cringe so much. So I have not read this. I'm just going to open it up, and we're going to get my live reaction to reading an episode of Degrees of Kelvin for the first time. So I will not be faking the cringe. Here we go. Degrees of Kelvin, a missionary journey. Now let's see, what voice do I use from? I use kind of like a Daryl voice. I thought Lainey believed in Jesus. How could she abandon her faith just to get out of going to prison? And then his dog says, does somebody need a belly rub? Oh boy, Kelvin says, thanks, Widget. Hey, maybe God put us here so I could tell prisoners about Jesus. Attention, prisoners of Cracksnicks. You may be stuck behind bars, but Jesus can set you free. You know the truth, and the truth will set you free, John 8:32. Oh, boy. Okay, these aliens are hideous, and they don't look anything like the other aliens on Cracksnicks. They're all technicolored, and this alien says, what a good your God has done you. And then poor Kelvin says, guess I need a better approach. Meanwhile, in a nearby city, Lainey, who's the horrible, terrible person who did not go to jail along with Kelvin, she says, check out this amazing tech, Fluffnark. It's our boy. Fluffnark says, can we use it to bust Kelvin and Widget out of jail? And this alien general says, no, those are baby toys. Oh, good grief, look at her. Oh, golly. As a kid, this little alien girl says, Mommy, look, it's a star girl. The ones who only have one God. Word has spread. Oh, Lainey, whoa, just because I'm human doesn't mean I'm a Christian. Whoa, just because I'm human doesn't mean I'm a Christian. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna skip this panel so I don't get a copyright strike. But the aliens ask her to tell them about the one God, and she says, "Well, I don't really know. I think you have to pray to Jesus or something. I'm not the one you should be." And then what the alien says, "That's enough, Lainey. We can't risk another riot." Back in the dungeon, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. And Widget says, oh, your singing hurts my giant floppy ears. I feel your pain. Good boy. Oh, good grief. Look at how these are drawn. I guess they're supposed to be ugly because they're aliens, but look, they're vaguely humanoid. Oh, and they're just distorted. Oh, man. So one is Technicolor, and one is just dark blue and bald. What's that racket? The Starboy sounds happy. He's still singing it. Oh, it's too much fun to sing this in Daryl Ayo's voice. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. And again, I sing rejoice. He's so woke. I wonder if it has to do with that Jesus he talks about. Rumble. Kelvin says, earthquake. What is Earth? What? Oh, okay, because he says earthquake, and he says, what it... It's a life or death situation. He's asking him to define terms. Calvin says, good point. Planet quake. Take cover. the alien translator can't translate the word Earth. No. What did I just read? So, for those of you not in the know, this is continuing the theme of directly adapting stories based on the Apostle Paul into a weird alien subtext. It's not subtle at all. This is I can already tell this is going to be the story of the Apostle Paul. The earthquake freed the prisoners, and the jailer was about to kill himself, but Paul and Barnabas stayed behind, and then they're combining stories. I think one is Paul and Barnabas sang in prison, and then the other is that when the jailer was about to kill himself, Paul told him to stay his hand because we're still here, and then they use that as an opportunity to tell the jailer and his family about Christ. So, oh boy, I'm not going to name the artist. You can probably see him if you go look, but I don't want to throw shade at him. But he's either got to up his game or focus on the family. One of the things that's annoyed me about this, I talked about this in another take that I think I deleted or lost, but one of the things I hate about this is that the Adventures in Odyssey story actually have quality to them. And the whole premise of these comics is that they're created by a character in Adventures in Odyssey called Wooten. And I love the character of Wooten, and he's kind of a metaphor for artistic excellence. At first you think he's just sort of a funny, socially awkward character, but then it turns out that Wooten is this artist who creates superhero comics. And it's stated that in universe that his comics are very popular based on their quality. So in the context of Adventures in Odyssey, Wooten is a wonderful character, and he's a metaphor of creating beautiful art in the format of superhero stories. So he's the kind of guy who I like a lot. I really dislike low quality comics like this being produced, even if it's just like, oh, a little bonus feature for kids, whatever. You can tell good Christian stories. It is possible. If it's possible for the Magic School Bus to combine kind of, edutainment with an enjoyable action story, it is possible for you to combine Christian themes into the context of a genuinely good story that recommends itself to more than just, kind of G-rated Christian families where you can't do anything offensive. I know that Focus on the Family can produce better work than this, but they're just choosing not to for this comic. So I'm triggered. I'm going to keep roasting the heck out of this. And that was my live reaction to the latest edition of Degrees of Kelvin, A Missionary Journey. Woo!